Hello everybody, how are you doing? I know I have not been in the shop for a couple days. Well, actually I have been in the shop. I haven't been recording. I've been working on my wife's gift and I'm getting closer to it being done. I'm not filming it because it is a gift, but you know, it's just keeping me busy. I haven't had a lot of shop time, but every second I've had is run out, work 10, 15 minutes on that and then run back in. And I've just been super busy with that and with work, but I'm out here tonight and I got a couple things to show you guys. Let me flip the camera around. I want to make sure I don't show anybody's address here, but this first blank is from Ray Gonzalez. Check that out. I believe this is one of those printed, 3D printed blanks, and you pour the resin in. I think that's what it is. It is super cool, and I'm going to prep that one to turn tonight. And then this other package here, ooh, let me get that out of the way so you don't see the address, is from Thomas Tate. And Thomas sent me, check this hybrid blank out. Isn't that wicked? That is amazing. I can't wait to turn that one. I'm not going to mess with this one tonight, but I do want to show you something else. This is a pen that Thomas made, and I'm sorry I'm doing this with one hand. It's tough. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It is actually a fountain pen. And Thomas made this and he sent it to me, and he said he cannot make it to the Mid-Ohio Valley Pen Turners Gathering, but he wanted me to take this pen and to give it to the Pens for Troops. So that's what I'm going to do. While I'm out here in the shop, I'm also going to pick up a couple of these Chaos 3.0 blanks. I've got the shorter ones for Sierras. I'm going to get 2 of these prepped tonight, and I'm going to turn these for Pens for Troops. And I've got to dig. I don't know what I did with it, but I have a friend who sent me a couple of blanks, and I want to turn one of those for Pens for Troops. And I have been digging around this shop. I don't know what I did with it. It's easy to lose stuff in here. But I'm going to try to find those and prep them. So I think I'm going to have 4 pens to turn. The blank from Ray, the 2 Chaos 3.0 blanks, and hopefully the blank from my buddy. And I'll show that to you when I find it. And I'm going to get those ready to be donated to Pens for Troops. Now, what I want to say is the pen show is September 14th and 15th of September, I do believe. If there are any of you guys out there who are not going to be able to make it to the show, but would like to turn a pen and donate it to Pens for Troops, you can feel free to send that to me. I will put my P.O. box address in the comments below, and you can turn the pen and send it to me. But when you send it, please include a note in there, something that at least says turned by, you know, and your name in the little baggie. And I'm going to make one for Thomas's pen and just, you know, turned by Thomas Tate. And I'll take all those pens, anything you guys send me, I will take to the show and I will donate to the Pens for Troops. So, you know, I think it's awesome that Thomas sent this, and I hope some of you other guys take me up on this. I would love to take a huge box of pens with everybody's name on them and say, hey, these are from all the guys and the ladies that follow me, and this is just our way of saying thank you to the troops for everything that they do. So keep that in mind, and if you want to do that, feel free. I'm going to start with a quick little glue up. I need to make another glue up on my wife's gift. Then we're going to dig around for blanks. As soon as I find those blanks, I'm going to prep these blanks. We'll get everything glued up, and I'll show you guys where I'm at. I'll keep you posted. I found the blanks I was looking for. These are from Franklin Kelly, and they are blanks from Hurricane Michael. Take a look at the spalting on that wood. Isn't that beautiful? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one of these in half, and I'm going to turn a Sierra style pen, because that's just the kits I have right now. I don't really have a wide variety of kits, but I do like the Sierra. And I'm going to go ahead and turn a Sierra pen, and I want to donate one of these to Pens for Troops. And what I will do is I'll write a little note, you know, I'll take a note card and just kind of split it in half so that it fits into the baggie. And I'll write a little note that these blanks were from Hurricane Michael and who the blank was from, and then who the pen was turned by. And I'll do the same thing for this blank from my good buddy Ray Gonzalez. And then these 2 blanks that I made, I'll say the same thing. So I'll just put a nice little note in there that'll basically say, thank you for your service. These blanks, the blank for this pen was sent to me by the person that sent it, and it was turned by me. Thank you for your service. So I think that'll be very nice. So I'm going to get started on these. I've made my glue up over here, and I don't want to touch it because I don't want to mess it up. So we're going to let it sit and dry. we're going to go get these blanks cut and over to the drill press, drilled, and we're going to get the tubes glued in them, and we're going to start turning. I see the blank I want, this one right here. I won't be able to do this one-handed, but I've brought my tube over, and I'm going to get this marked, and then we're going to head over to the bandsaw, and we'll get it cut. I'll chuck up the 27 64-cents drill bit, and we'll get all of these drilled out and ready to go. I've got 4 blanks that are drilled and ready for tubes. I've got 4 tubes that are scuffed. I've got my tape down, and I've got my 2-part epoxy ready to go. We're going to mix it up, and we're going to get these tubes glued into the blanks. I've got all 4 blanks glued up with epoxy, sitting here drying. They're going to sit overnight, and we'll go ahead and square them up and turn them tomorrow. I am shooting videos on these blanks. There'll be 3 separate videos. One for the spalted wood from Hurricane Michael, one for the blank from my buddy Ray, the Jissy style blank that was printed on a 3D printer, and then a single video for the 2 Chaos blanks. And I'm doing the Chaos blanks because I have had so much requests. People are sending me so many requests saying, I want to see them turn. I can't wait to see them turn. So I thought, you know what? I need to break a couple of them out and turn them because, hey, that's what the people want. I have got a bunch of other cool stuff to work on. I don't know how much longer I'm going to work tonight. I want to check my glue up and make sure everything's going great on that. I do have, look at all this. I pulled all these pieces of Chaos blanks from the 3 different blanks out of my junk drawer, and I think what we're going to do is at some point I'm going to start gluing all of these up to see if I can form an even more unusually bizarre blank, and I may even do some cutting on it. I don't know, to try to square it up and then glue some stuff back together. We'll see what happens there. Not sure if I'm going to film that. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I used epoxy on all of these blanks. I am now switching to epoxy full time. And the reason why is my son came in the other day and wanted a pin. He wanted to start using one of my pins that I had turned because I've got a bunch of pins laying around in a display case. And he picked one out and said, can I have this one? Sure. He's going to take it to school and use it. I'm okay with that. And what happened is he got to school, he clicked the button on the pin on the back to eject the ink, and look at this. Basically, the nib came out of the front of the pin, and when it did, let me see if I can pull it the rest of the way out, it just totally separated from the blank. And it's real sticky and gummy. What has happened is, over time, the resin in these acrylic blanks, and these, by the way, are not the blanks that I'm getting from the turners in the group. These are blanks that I got, the bulk blanks that probably come out of Taiwan or China or wherever, that I got from Penn State. I've had this pin for about 4 years in the display case. And what happens is that resin contracts. And as I was looking through the pins, when this happened, I went back and started investigating. There were a lot of them where when you press them together, you have a real nice tight fit at the blank and the nib, and you can see a tiny little gap where that blank is shrunk. That's how I figured out what was happening. As it shrinks, the CA glue is brittle. Okay, so it dries hard and brittle. So as they shrink, the CA glue is it's such a thin layer, it's just popping loose. And I'm losing a bunch of those pins. Now, I can fix them all, and I'm going to do a video on that pin, and I'm going to show you guys how I fix it, and I'm going to fix it with epoxy. But the thing that bothers me is I have given away, or in the early days I was selling a bunch of those acrylic pins, and I am just hoping that I don't have pins all over the place that are coming apart, because that would just drive me nuts. I have not had any issue with medium CA glue and a wood blank, but I just decided I'm done with CA for glue ups. CA is going to be a finish only for me until hopefully at some point I'd like to find a replacement for CA, because it's really kind of nasty stuff and I'd like to use something different, but I just haven't found that yet. One of these days somebody will offer a finish that is far superior. It'll hold up like CA does, but it won't be as toxic or caustic as CA, and I will definitely switch to that, and you guys will know about it when I do. I think this is, I got a bunch of other small things I could work on, but it's really, really late tonight. I had a busy day. I'll tell you guys, we had the Frog Follies here in Evansville this weekend. This is only Saturday. It goes on again tomorrow. The Frog Follies, they call them frogs, any pre-1949 automobile. And you'll remember the old automobiles you see in the old movies have the big fenders with the light bulbs on the front, or the lights on the front of them. They kind of look like frog eyes. So they call those frogs. You have to be a pre-49 and earlier car. And they have a car show, and it's incredible. And I spent a good part of the day out there. My son was volunteering, and I spent a good part of the day just hitting up the swap meet. I love going to the swap meet. Then I came home, and I cut the grass, and just did a bunch of other stuff around here. We've been doing a lot of running. It's just been a super busy day, and I'm really, really tired, but I know that tomorrow I am definitely getting some shop time. And I wanted to have those blanks ready so that I could turn them, make the videos, and those blanks, when they're become pins, I think I already mentioned this, but I'm going to donate them to, obviously, the Pins for Troops. And I think that's a great cause. It's going to be a lot of fun. I get a chance to turn some blanks, which is going to be fun. And I think tomorrow, in between all this turning and finishing, etc., and working on my wife's gift, which I hope to have fully glued up tomorrow so that I can start putting a finish on it, I need to put together, like I've got my lathe apart over here. I do have this piece back, and the quick change tool post holder. The piece for that has been machined. I think I showed that to you maybe in another video, but I would like to get that put together. I'd like to maybe glue up some of these Chaos blanks over here on the table saw, and you know, there's just so much else that I can do. I've got some other ideas for Chaos blanks. I don't know if I'll be able to get everything done tomorrow because I just got too many ideas, but I'm going to have a bunch of stuff tomorrow in the shop, and I'll keep you guys updated on and shoot some videos on, and that's going to be it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you again real soon. Have a great evening, everybody.